Here with Ainsworth, we'll go with tight end Carter Nelson, the newest Nebraska commit. Uh, Carter, why Nebraska?
I just feel like I really fit in with the kids that they brought in so far, and I see what the coaches are doing, and I really do believe that they're flipping the program around. And then with my family right there, I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Your relationship with Danny Kaline has, we'll just go with blossomed, right? It feels like he's like your new best friend all of a sudden. Walk me through that relationship and how that's developed into going to College World Series games and hanging out.
So yeah, we've always been buddies. I mean, for a while, a couple of years now. We just haven't really had the chance to hang out too much. Most of the time, like last year at state basketball, we were hanging out together in the Bellevue West student section. So every time we do get a chance to hang out with each other, we're hanging out. It's like every football game we have been to, and it's kind of together. We've been sitting next to each other and chatting it up. So yeah, we definitely have a really good bond. So.
The class has grown. This 2024 class for Nebraska has really grown in recent weeks, particularly coming off of the official visit weekend. There's been a lot of commitments, and um, you know, it, why do you think that is? Is there? Walk me through the camaraderie that exists. It feels like with the class right now.
I think that just shows like how good we bonded together. Because I mean, um, that's the biggest thing. I mean, the coaches and everything that's really important, but the biggest thing is going to be in that locker room. Um, and we did not really have a second where we were by ourselves this weekend. We were all hanging out, we were all talking, and we just had a really good time. I mean, it wasn't even necessarily like football player half the time, or like at all. It was dude to dude. I mean, we were making fun of each other, just simple stuff like that, and it really shows like how good we connected and stuff like that, and how confident they are in each other. So,
Um, I guess, your recruitment has been pretty wild. I think, right? Like you've spent the time and visited unofficially a bunch of places. You officially visited, Georgia, Notre Dame, um, obviously Nebraska. Forgetting one off the top of my head here, but Penn State is the other one. Were those your top kind of four at the end of the day?
kind of, yep. I'm pretty sure that those are definitely the top ones.
And how do you how do you turn down Georgia after winning two national championships, officially visiting there? It's a beautiful place. All of those things. Like how does that happen? Or is it just, hey, I'm a kid from Ainsworth, Nebraska, man, and this is what I've bled red my whole life.
No, it was extremely difficult for me to be honest. Coach Hartley and I built like a really special bond, and it was the same thing for Notre Dame with Coach Parker and Penn State with Coach Howe. Um, I really just I built like such good connections with those coaches, and the worst part about it is that I didn't have like a good reason of why it was a no. Um, it was extremely difficult for me. But the best part about those coaches were that they were like, "No, this is your decision. This is like your thing," and so they were really supportive of me through it. And that kind of just shows what kind of men they are. And no, I definitely appreciate all the time they took out, and they're just. I hope that we can still have like a little thing. I'd love to keep talking to them just because that's how much they meant to me and how good people they are.
Um, when did you let the Nebraska coaches know? I guess when you committed, like when was the actual time, and how was that? I guess reaction.
Saturday morning at our breakfast, um, we were all talking, and I was like, "This is it." I mean, the night before when we were taking our pictures and we were running out on the field with each other, just messing around, I was like, "This is the stadium where it's gonna get done." Um, so when I was doing that, the morning I texted Coach Ellsworth, and he was at a table across from me. He kind of just sits up and he goes, so we left. I got up from breakfast. We went outside to talk. He was getting really hype. And then we FaceTimed Rule to let him know. And then when we got back to the facility, the first thing was a player meeting, but amongst us recruits. So I stayed outside, and then Coach Rule goes, we got somebody that wants to make a quick announcement, and that's when I ran in and we all got hype. It'll be in the video that I post. So
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of what maybe looks like the moment of Danny running up to you and dapping you up a little bit.
yes, sir. Yeah, no, that's a very special moment for sure.
That was the moment. Yeah. I figured that might have been just looking.
I think I left that one out a little bit for sure.
That's okay. Okay, last one. You had in Ainsworth, for those who don't know, it's not a big town. It's not really easy to get to. How do you get to Ainsworth by private plane? Because it sure did feel like, in the spring and, throughout the last year and a half or two, that a lot of coaches from across the country have made their way to Ainsworth, Nebraska. So what is the easiest route by, not driving from Lincoln? How do you private plane into Ainsworth, Nebraska?
So if you have a private plane, you can fly directly into Ainsworth, actually.
Oh,
it's kind of cool, but not many coaches actually did that. Most of the time, they were either flying to like Grand Island or Sioux Falls and then driving to at least like 3.5 hours to get here. So that kind of shows how much time they put into it. And I'm definitely very appreciative of that. And I did not look past that at all, for sure.
And then when coaches come to town, small town, it's Ainsworth. I'm sure people were like, oh, hey, like, oh my gosh, this person I see on TV is in Ainsworth, Nebraska. Is it the town reaction like in that moment?
When it's pretty cool because people kind of know it buzzes ear to ear, but everybody knew that Coach Rule was going to be at one of our basketball games this year. So everybody was showing up wearing their Husker gear. The second he walked into the gym, that "Go Big Red" chant started, and it was definitely cool. But that just kind of also shows how much the community is behind me. There's a great community here. I mean, there's nothing like I would rather have right now through this moment of my life, because they keep me Carter. Because some people try to make me Carter Nelson, but they keep me Carter. So
wow. All right, man. Congratulations and good luck in the future. I obviously will hope to see you and see you down the road. And thanks for your time.
yes, sir. Appreciate it.